Hello everybody, this is Good Times Card Collector here, and this is my journey to 150k, and this first episode is 50k, as in 50,000. So I think I have around 150,000 cards pretty much in my closet, and so far I have been able to track 50,000 of them. I use cardboarddatabase.com, which is a great website to enter your cards. It tracks them and spits out a ton of data. So what I'm going to do is I'm slowly over time going to get to that 150,000 card mark or beyond. Every 10,000 cards I'm going to check in and see how my collection changes. So this first episode will be a glimpse at my collection at 50,000 cards. And then when I finally get to 60,000 cards, I will be able to see how my collection changes from 50,000 to 60,000 cards with a few different statistics that are tracked by the website. So first off, this video will be fairly short. We're just going to look at where I'm at with 50,000 cards so far. So here is my first 50k breakdown. Baseball's at 93%, followed by football with 3%, basketball 2%, hockey with 1%. I think as the set progresses, I think I'm going to end up with a lot more football towards the end. I think I'm going to be also closer to 10% football, I really think, by the time I get to 150,000. But at the 50,000 mark, for what I have entered, this is how the breakdown looks like so far. So first thing we'll look at is our brands. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to look at the top 3, and then I'll keep number 4 as kind of a bubble floater to see if it can make the top 3 maybe for the next set. But right now, Upper Deck 31%, Donruss 21%, Top 17%, and on the bubble is Fleer. I think these are probably going to be my top 3. I think that Upper Deck's going to drop. I think Tops is going to end up being my number 1 eventually, but we'll have to see what happens with the next 10,000 cards. Next on the list is the year. I'm sad to say that 1991 is currently 34% of my collection, which shows you a lot about my collection. But then 89, 92, 88, and then also, it didn't make the list, but 87 is right behind, also at 10%. So those 4 right now are all in the running. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that second, third, fourth. And I'm also thinking that 95 and 94 is also going to boost up into the 10% zone at some point in the collection. So I'm really not sure what's going to happen from 2nd through 4. Number 1, I don't know if anybody's ever going to take down 1991, unfortunately. And on to my top set. Of course, 1991 Upper Deck. 26% of my cards are 91 Upper Deck. And I really don't think that's going to change. It's going to be probably around a quarter of my cards are 91 Upper Deck. That is the quintessential factor for my collection, is 91 Upper Deck. Beyond that, it's all pretty close still. 1989 Donruss is 6%, 89 Tops 5%, 87 Fleer with 5%. Alright, next up we have top teams. I first did it by percentage, but they were all 4%, so it doesn't really matter. So here's the numbers. We have the A's, okay, Mariners. I was a little surprised about the Mets and the Cardinals coming in 3rd and 4th, and the Giants aren't even on the top 10. I don't know what happened to my Giants, but they're not even on the top 10 list. So Oakland, yeah, 2,065. Mariners, perfect. And then I don't know, the Mets got in there. And then the Cardinals, they have a lot of good players, so I don't know why they're in there. But anyway, that's the list for now. We'll see how it changes with the next 10,000. Next up, it's top player collections. And thank God, Ken Griffey Jr. is number 1, or I'd be beyond myself. But yes, Ken Griffey Jr., 348 cards. Nolan Ryan, 242. Mark McGwire, 179. And then Tony Gwynn's trailing quite a bit at 141. I was expecting to see Cal Ripken Jr. on here too, but he didn't make the list. But we'll have to see with next set how the top 4 rank up, at least 2 through 4. Griffey, I hope, will always stay at number 1 with my set. Okay, next up we have card types. Now these numbers are going to change drastically, especially the first ones. I mean, autographs 6, mems 1, serial number cards 8. I know I have a lot more than that, but I just haven't gotten to my top loaders and stuff. But anyway, rookies are 8%. Hall of Famers are 9% of my collection, and I have 103 Hall of Famer RCs so far. So that will be interesting to keep track of how that looks as my collection goes on here. Next up will be completed sets. We're only going to do newly completed sets, so obviously it's 0 completed sets, 0 subsets to start. But with our first 50K, I have 1985 Donruss, I have 1986 Fleer, 87 Fleer, and 89 Topps done at 100%. And then subsets that I have completed are 1986 Fleer All-Stars and 1991 Upper Deck Nolan Ryan Heroes. And so these will go to numbers, and I'm only going to reveal newly completed sets as I go through each 10,000 cards. And here's my set completion. I expect this to be a little spotty because I don't have them organized in sets, so I'm just getting random cards, pulling them together, and just seeing what I have. So there's a few of them, like 1982 Fleer, 99.7%, so there's obviously a card missing. I'm going to double check that too. And 89 Donruss, 98%. A few of those looks like one card could be missing. It could be an error, or it could be I literally have one card missing. Also 91 Donruss is close, 90%. 1988 Donruss, 92%. 93 Bowman, 95.9%. Those are all super close to being done. As well as a couple insert sets. 1989 bonus MVPs and Grand Slammers, which I also need to look at and see if there's one card I need to complete that set still. Well, that concludes our 50K baseball video. Our next one will be when I get to 60,000 cards, and we will just see the monstrosity of that 91 Upper Deck grow and grow as the cards start piling in and I start getting them set into the database. So until then, have a good one, guys.